So one thing that I found very interesting about this play was just the overall topic about this whole play. It was just about gays and straights and the two different sides of things and how Matthew's death really sparked that action to come about, which is very prominent in today's society. I feel like the gay community is bigger than it ever has been, and it was just a very big and meaningful topic for today's time. For question two, two values that I looked at was um, the gay community and the straight community, and how just different they are from each other, and how it was depicted in this play. I think that a lot of times people are either like one side or the other, and everybody just needs to come together and see everybody as equal. That would make everyone's life a lot easier. For question three, it wasn't necessarily one thing that I circled or um, like didn't completely understand, but it was just the overall story. I went and did a little bit more research about the actual death of Matthew and the whole story that came about, just because I was very interested in reading a little bit more in depth of what actually happened in that issue. For question four, discussing how that town is depicted, I think, yes, it could be kind of like Columbus. There's no way to really tell whether or not something like this could happen. I would hope that nothing like this would ever happen, but you just really never know. Things like this just they happen, and there's no real way to stop it, but just to spread that information and equality to around the whole world, which hopefully one day that might actually happen. And then for question five, the way it's told, I found to be very interesting because, like we saw last week, Intimate Apparel was only the two-part play, and also the play that I saw for our first play assignment was also just a two-part play, which is the traditional type. But for this week's play, it was the three parts, which I kind of really liked because it was more of like you had the beginning, the middle chunk, and the end. It kind of made more sense how like we all learned the whole like you've got the rising action, the climax, and then the closing action on the whole narrative arc that everybody has learned at some point in time in their career in school. So I thought it was very interesting and different, and kind of a cool little change up. And then two questions that I want to ask is just did this play spark anything that you thought you came into mind while you were thinking about this? One thing I thought about is just how in a lot of recent events, this is a big topic in the news and everything like that, and it just made me think of the people that are out there struggling. And then two, do you ever see this, like if you're in Columbus, like I'm a student on the main campus, do you ever see anything like this? Do you think this could be possible up at Ohio State in Columbus? I would hope that nothing like this could ever happen, but just curious as to hear what other people's thoughts are as well.